I'm pain, yes, that's my name. When you hear the name pain, I guarantee the pain. I'm coming after you, Bruce Wayne. I'm stronger, smart, and clinically insane. I'm pain, that's my name. Bruce Wayne is the Batman and totally the same. I broke his back, Mortal Kombat smack. Then I cracked my 28 Krug champagne.
Hey guys, this is FNGR, and let's let our guest take it away.
Hello, one and all here on YouTube. This is DBM315 back here with another episode of Breaking the Silence, episode number 14 for you guys. Let me start off by saying I've been waiting a very long time to make this.
Did you get that name? Did you get that series? If you're wondering why this is here, it'll become apparent shortly.
Try to be here, to be honest here. And the reason why I have not made this video is mainly due to a lot of things getting in my way. As you can tell by the title, you know what is on the chopping block today, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who do not know who ForNoGoodReason is, aka Anthony Aguilar, well, as I said in my Relistify video previously, if you don't, you're a fuck ton better off.
So before we really start in, even before I could make this video, some of my fans have commented on DBM315's video. And whoa! And to my fan who told DBM to drink bleach, whoa. Now, some of you guys may have seen me taking a tone like that with the Looney Turtle.
You said exactly that, sir. Are you apologizing?
God damn it, Jeff. Don't do this to me. I don't really know DBM. I think we talked super duper briefly about a year ago. If you don't believe me, there's a comment chain on his video, Breaking the Silence, episode 3, Lily Pete is a hypocrite, where I literally said, rough break on the strike, good luck on appealing, should you choose to take that route. If you're looking to have an open discussion about Lily Pete, I, sir, am a bit more accommodating than Pete is. Feel free to PM me on Skype. You did reply. I think I did add you to my Skype chat group Limbo, and for whatever reason, you were eventually removed. I wasn't aware that there was any hard feelings. As far as I'm concerned, I had no ill will with DBM. And honestly, after some of the remarks my fans have already made, which all things considered due to our lack of history, I'm gonna have to say, I'm sorry some of my people went loco in your comment section. But, hey, here we are. And if you're watching this right now, let's keep it funny. Let's not get carried away. I'm talking to the audience right now, guys. Chill.
Much about him until episode 3 of Breaking the Silence. That was the very first episode in me dealing with Lily Pete, which is also my highest viewed and beloved video. One of my friends in the Brony community actually told me a little bit about him because, well, I didn't know who the hell he was because, for starters, I'm not a MLP fan, or am I not a part of the Brony community in any way, shape, or form. He commented on the episode saying that if I ever wanted to talk to him on Skype just to let him know, which I did take him up on the offer, and I should have guessed it. He wanted to use me to get a response out of Lily.
So if I may respond, just going by what you said, you're not a Brony. You don't know anything about Bronies, you don't know anything about me, and your response is, I might have known better. How would you have known better? You just literally got done saying that you didn't know what you were talking about. This is an Anthony Aguilar saying, you don't know anything, I'm not throwing an ad hominem or an insult at you. Here, let's play that again.
A little bit about him because, well, I didn't know who the hell he was because, for starters, I'm not a MLP fan. I should have guessed it. He wanted to use me to get a response out of Lily.
We're going to talk about some of DBM's resources, which calls into question the necessity of this video later. But let's continue on.
And I'm sorry I can't ever say the name Lily right because I'm an idiot, but I digress. Since I didn't play ball, I haven't heard from him since. Just to note, Lily did make a video response on him in the Rift Cafe, which was pretty freaking brutal in my opinion, as expected from Lily. I'll leave you guys that in the link if you want to.
I'm going to play the initial brief reaction I had to Lily Pete from How Not To Brony 49. So, for some time now, Lily Pete has said as part of her master plan, she's going to go through my videos and get my content that's been up for a year now. I thought at first to laugh it off and deal with it as it happens. I recently talked to Nancy, who is even more Tumblr in his words than Lily Pete, to the left of Lily, who disagreed with her and said, you're going down because Lily Pete says so. He's a feminist worshipping communist, and he'll answer that. Instead of just hoping things will be better and doing nothing, I have had all my How Not To Brony archived on VidMe. Down below will be my Deviant art, which I suggest following because, unlike Twitter, if you keep up with my journal, you'll be able to find my latest content, with no fuss or muss. There's my Twitter, but I will warn you, I piss off even my closest friends on there on a regular basis, and I am complete garbage on Twitter. Shout out to Harmful Opinions. I don't believe that you being removed from Twitter makes any sense. I'm infinitely far worse than you ever were on there. We'll include a link in the description to his video and his unfair removal. There's my Minds account, love that site, but the only ones that you'll really need to follow will be DeviantArt or VidMe. Assuming nothing happens, please go to Fan and Frenzy. It will have episodes 47 and 48. If this is the end of my YouTube adventure, I have had a lot of fun. I don't have any regrets. I did help a lot of people, and I'm never going to tell you I was a saint. Maybe it's a prank, maybe it's a fake out. I'm gullible, and I always like dealing with worst case scenarios. What's that? Oh, the video's out. 23 minutes. That's 2 glass of waters in 5 days. I guess I should be honored. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Well, that's 5 glass of waters I'm behind on. So, bug spray, good watch. This is a tweet from Vita. Half of the conclusions were good, but there's so much guesswork. Well, that comes from isolation. Also, no one is shocked that you went for Foxwell. I will give you the respect that you definitely brought it this time. You didn't sacrifice entertainment at all. Next week on Fan and Frenzy, we'll get to it. If you want a more in-depth reply, How Not To Brony 50 and 51 cover bug spray. If you want to check out bug spray, I will include a link down below. If you do go watch it and have some thoughts, I suggest you come back here. My comment section will have a far better chance of publishing your remark than say it will on Pete's channel.
Wow. He's also a part of the Secret Rift, a supposed special fan club in the Brony community. And now, with all that said, let's play ball, bitch! First off, I love how this guy thinks he's an analyst in the Brony community, and I hate to break it to each and every one of you watching. He's not! He's fucking not! All he does is spread lies, hate, and drama all over YouTube all the time.
Now, if DBM would have said disproportionately the majority of FNGR and what he does is drama, lies, etc., that argument might hold some water. I would disagree about the lies part. I promote people's content on my channel all the time. You don't have to go any further than the thumbnails on many of my videos. I do promote the artists I hire, such as Dogi Crimson, Grey Silvermane, Agan Naga, Empty Brooke, so forth and so on. I mean, there's also the podcasts I do. Here, let's be really lazy and nab 1 minute.
C.S. Lewis.
Is that the
yes.
gentleman with the time machine, or?
No, that was the gentleman who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh,
Yes.
very good.
He has a quote that I can quote from at least partial memory. For anyone who's ever been called out, "You're a grown man. Why are you watching a children's cartoon?"
Paraphrasing, of course.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing, cleaning up, and adding it like 5 points of intelligence. But no, he said along these lines, "When I was 15, I read fairy tales in secret and would have been embarrassed to have been discovered. Now that I am 60, I read them freely. When I became a man, I put away childish things, including the need to feel like an adult or have other people think of me as such."
That was prolific.
Now, DBM just made a statement and went, nuh-uh, FNGR's not. I literally have 100+ podcasts on my main channel. There's at least 100 hours where the bulk of my content, for the most part, isn't drama. But to be fair, you did say you didn't know me or the Brony community. Especially when you said, I'm in the Riff Cafe. I am not. I could just assert you're in the commentary community due to the loose-fitting resemblance in your videos. I mean, minus the facts, and doing some basic legwork to get at least a vague presentation to frame your video and what it's about. I'm not sure I'd feel comfortable calling this a rant. I can't see Names Junkie or Bourg Productions putting out something so half-assed, even if they tried. Links down below to both ranting channels.
Series on How Not To Brony. To sum it up, he's a Brony version of Keemstar, which one of the episodes I was completely appalled at. Here, take a look for yourself. If you're looking for this episode, the little bastard deleted it. Every episode of How Not To Brony is basically him bitching about someone who pissed in his Cheerios that week.
I'm okay with the Keemstar remark. Myself and Shelly D used to compete for the title of Brony Keemstar. It pleases me that you use it. As for Mandy Chan, the people who told me not to talk about her wasn't because they were her friends. None of my peers hang out with Mandy Chan. I can take the time to explain when she applied for the Secret Rift, the modding staff voted unanimously not to put her in. So was I brutal on Mandy Chan? With gusto. She's quite insufferable. So DBM, I'm going to tell you what I told old Jerry. Why don't you hunt down Mandy Chan and befriend her and hang out with her for a whole week? Be her friend. For 1 whole week, experience her. Come back to me and tell me and all my bully friends from the Secret Rift that we're wrong. That's your homework assignment. And I mean do that in call. As for the episode of How Not To Brony that covered Mandy, that's an easy enough explanation. Before Bug Spray, Pete said that he was going to get me removed from YouTube. So I did what I thought was reasonable and privated the video and uploaded it on VidMe, which is there, but sadly VidMe is going down on December 15th if it hasn't already. Oddly enough, the same day that will be the vote for internet neutrality. Hopefully by the time this video goes up on YouTube, I will have put that video up of How Not To Brony on BitChute. If it is there will be a link down below in the description. I also find it funny that DBM cut off the reason why Mandy was covered in the first place because she publicly dumped her boyfriend to get Pastel Pros to stop screaming at her. Now don't get me wrong. Her boyfriend was AJ the Autistic Pony. I have zero love lost for that jackass.
Dear AJ the Autistic Pony, hi there. It's Editor, your former friend. And I'm saying formal because by now you should know what you've done. So let's go over what you've been doing this past few weeks, shall we? I'm a pirate! You have been constantly messaging my friends, asking them, pleading them to be allowed back in my good graces.
There's some shit you just don't do. It's almost like DBM wanted to present it as if IFNGR sought out Mandy Chan for Kex. You somehow did an even lazier job than old Jerry did on this topic.
He has his own special jackass club that kisses his ass and strokes his dick in the process, but I don't get how they're called the Secret Rift when everything about them is freaking public. This guy is a conceited little brat who thinks he's better than everyone else and knows everything. This, however, you guys, is a freaking facade.
The Secret Rift is named for Secret Dreamer, and once upon a time ago, the Secret Rift broke away from the Rift Cafe, at least 2 years ago. Go see the rise and fall of the Rift series, links down below. We made the room because Fallen Wish demodded her best friend on Christmas and gave her a panic attack. It's, in fact, not my room. I sometimes make decisions that don't appeal to everyone, I understand this, and why I am on the modding staff of the Secret Rift. If you want examples of my decisions I've suggested that never went through, they are as follows. I asked the Secret Rift to throw out Razor reviews. I was voted down unanimously. I asked the Secret Rift to throw out GameLink reviews. I was voted down unanimously. I asked the Secret Rift to throw out the Burning Donut. I was voted down, you guessed it, unanimously voted down. I'm friends with the staff, with the only standout being someone I'm allegedly getting along with these days. But these people are a long, long, long way from bending to my every whim, fancy, and desire. As for being better than everyone else, I'm pretty sure, as you pointed out from the Mr. Medicare video, he would have plenty to say on that topic. But just in my community, Tyandaga, Anthony C., Kichi FIM, Spirit Productions, Crown Prince, the editor, Lilac Galaxy, Dogi Crimson, Grey Silvermane, and Androgynous Garbage are all better than me. And if I really had to, I'm certain I could do 10 more people. I really respect the hell out of the art community. It's a thankless, low-paying job, where a lot of talented content creators have to do what some would consider questionable content to make ends meet, and then have to listen to moral crusaders beat them down endlessly for just trying to have barely enough to not get by and eat. Hey DBM, in your video, who the fuck did you put over?
Freaking facade. He's nothing more than a fucking crybaby when someone challenges him, mainly Lily, who crushed him like the little bug he is back in August.
Medal of Honor Airborne, and there was one noticeable flaw with the way it was designed. The best gun in the game is stolen from the Germans in the first mission and used from every mission after if you have any sense. And that spoke to me and how the best way to kill an insect was to take its weapon and turn it on them. So why don't you join me as I give you a comprehensive analysis of ForNoGoodReason and the deluded psychotic meltdown he had over several years, attacking anybody and everybody because he wasn't getting the attention he believed he deserved, and how the rest of the community he claimed to be a part of.
Alright DBM, considering you brought absolutely nothing of your own to this video, the question here is, why should anyone watch yours? Let's say I'm 100% crybaby. Pete's already made this point. someone you personally seem to be skeptical of taking as a legit source. But hey, let's hold you up to your own words. As I've been doing this whole time, let's go back to Breaking the Silence Episode 3, Lily Pete is a Hypocrite.
You avoided me. For 1 full week, you avoided me. You don't avoid me no further. You see, I heard the shit you were talking about Josh Scorcher. And I'm not going to do Lily Pete's stupid fucking video because you know what? This video is full of fucking garbage. I'm not sitting through this fucking shit because I've already heard what Lily Pete had to say. And if you do want to watch the video itself, I will leave you a link down in the description below. So that way you will know exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
You're not watching the video, and yet you're replying, DBM, you're just Josh Scorcher's Spurg. You didn't do your legwork then, and you're not doing your legwork now. Also, Pete avoided you for 1 whole week. Now don't get me wrong, Pete never would have talked to you, friend. I mean ever. But I have artists and friends who will avoid me for a week. What was your point? If you screamed at everyone who didn't talk to you within a week, your Breaking the Silence series' number would be a lot higher. But one more thing. How did you hear it? Like, I'm not saying you didn't, but if you don't want me to put words in your mouth, you basically said, I'm doing a reply video to something I never saw. Christ, you literally got dumber than the time I chose to stick up for Doodle Tones, when I glanced at the first 30 seconds of her video and thought, yeah, I can beat up Mr. Medicare, but we'll get to that.
He goes after Lily on a regular basis. Every little thing Lily does to him or anyone else, which makes him, in a way, in my mind, obsessive. Which also makes him, in my mind, a Lily Pete cocksucker. Because when you make over 10 blasted videos about someone, that's going too far.
Let me play you a brief audio clip.
Asshole.
That was Mad Plushie. His voice is 110% cancer. This is Efrion Josephine. I'm going to play 1 minute here. Or less.
As often, and is instead going to start doing analysis videos. You know, brony analysis type things that I've been critical of in this channel in the past. Now, this in itself is not that big of a deal.
Do you think talking about Mad Plushie or Efrion would put asses in the seats? My channel would go from a drama channel to a cringe channel, and let's call that what it is. Your video on Lily Pete went into the thousands. Here's your last 18 videos. You broke 100 views once. I'll give you twice since one of these videos is at 99 views. So on average, 1 in 9 of your videos barely do 1/10 of the videos that cover Pete. Also, I noticed you took down your video about me. Again, I do apologize for my fans, but remember when you called me a coward? You know my videos on Jim? They're all still up. Your videos on me? They're not.
Along with a special club that strokes his dick every time he goes after Lily. Also, let it be known that his special club has said stuff about him in the past, and when it's not about them, they tend to frickin' pipe down. Also, none of them have came out in public with this crap. Finally, this is a question I posed at a secret rift. If his behavior has gotten this bad for a number of years, why don't you not speak up about him? 2, why haven't you kicked him out due to his behavior? And 3, what kind of frickin' dirt does he have on you guys and girls? I would love to know this because this is ridiculous. I'll say whoever wants to be a part of this frickin' club, you're wasting your time because he's a lying, deplorable fuck.
Again, recently, I've made one too many digs at Twist of Fate. The modding staff pulled me aside. We had a sit down and supposedly we're peachy keen. Generally, the modding meetings aren't made public. Not that you would know, you didn't do any research. Do I get away with more than I should? Few people in Brony, or quite frankly, any fandom, properly speak up when there is a problem. I imagine someone with a series called Breaking the Silence wouldn't need to be told that.
And his club is nothing more than a bunch of Sith Lords who stab each other in the back if given the chance. Also found out he won't debate anyone if he's called out, because if you bring up the name Mr. Medicare, he runs like a dog with his tail underneath his legs.
So I pointed out to him this picture isn't the Secret Rift, and DBM's little response was, it's the Sith Lord analogy. How is Finn a Sith Lord? I have a hard time spinning that even as a joke. I know and talk to Finn because Finn talks to everyone. Well, as much as a guy with 2 jobs and a YouTube channel can. Seriously, this is Team Fortress Anarchy Analysis. It's a Dr. Wolf project. I love Kim Possible a lot is not in the Secret Rift. She would not be voted in. She would be unanimously declined. This pink one here is Sweetie Bloom. We hate each other's guts. You are on some magical bullshit. This Dr. Wolf project, why, I am cool with some of these people. Cool with I've talked to Keyframe on occasion, but she's a very busy woman. I can say the same thing about Golden Fox, minus the woman part. If you want to say me and Toon Critic are Sith Lords, but we are from Chicago, and you are a dirty New Yorker, and you are also mad that the Chicago Bears own the Green Bay Packers, by all means, if that's what you mean, call me a Toon, a Sith Lord. DBM, do you know any of these people? Not a single one of them from this picture are in the Secret Rift. Let me guess, you grabbed a random image from Jerry Pete's bug spray. You didn't even bother to line them up, and thought, no one will call me on it. And no, I don't hold you responsible for your fans' behavior. Jim's name came up in a 13 reply comment chain. I didn't run away. Thus part of the reason why the comment chain went up to a 13 post from your channel. Now, I'm not going to pretend I made an intelligent argument. I acted like a retard. But I sure as fuck didn't run away. This is your channel from about a year ago. I've since apologized for getting involved in the Doodle Tones drama on several occasions, but hey, if you want to hear it one more time, I'm sorry I sided with a crazy, retarded, whiny, social justice warrior like Doodle Tones. Do you even understand why there was supposed to be a discussion over there in the first place? Oh, that's right. That would involve doing the bare minimal of research. When I jumped on Medicare during the Doodle Tones drama in the commentary community, because I thought I was God's gift to fighting internet fights, after I took on the Fandom Menace, someone who had 10 times my subscriber count. Jim had 10 times the Fandom Menace's subscriber count, and I thought, wow, I can't wait to slap the shit out of him. And without doing any real groundwork myself, since then I've apologized. I've become an avid fan of Jim's work. In fact, when I covered my top 10 favorite YouTube channels, I believe I put Jimbo at number 3, under Jim Sterling and Styx Hexenhammer. However, his numerous videos on Google, especially recently, his videos on That Guy with the Glasses or Internet Insanity have been must-watches, though a bit jarring at times. Recently, Jim had his video, That Guy with the Glasses 6, compilation taken down for hate speech. It's back up. It's as brutal as rebuttals go. But I wasn't bored. That was the most offensive yet still entertaining thing I've seen on Jim's channel. I highly recommend his video on That Guy with the Glasses, his YouTube series. You know that style that your boy Josh Scorcher apes admittedly every chance he gets? I sure don't see anyone from Channel Awesome talking to Mr. Medicare. Well, unless it's Guru Larry, who's also someone I've talked to. Great guy, great channel. You should go check him out. Links down below.
Info on this, and it would take me all frickin' day to hammer it out, so I'm sorry, I don't have the time. If you're asking why does he do all this, well, answer is pretty simple actually. He does it only for views on YouTube. Also, if you look up the names he goes after, names like Lily Pete, KP, and Dr. Wolf, you will start to notice a trend here, ladies and gentlemen. And if that trend is he goes after people that are way bigger than him, then you've noticed a trend. He just does this to gain popularity because really, in all actuality, the guy's jealous of him.
You do understand that you could have taken that in more than one take. Also, you borrowed Jerry's points about me hitting KP and Dr. Wolf with even less explanation. Don't get me wrong, when Jerry says I go after Dr. Wolf with easily debunkable reasons, which I explain in How Not To Brony 51 and 52 is bullcrap, at least Jerry brought something to the table. You said you'd be here all day with a video where you did zero research. You made a 7-minute video giving neutered talking points from both Jerry and Jim. I'm not saying it's impossible to take something from 2 sources and try and rebuild it and make it your own original work. But you kinda didn't. As for only going after people with bigger subcounts than me, I'm pretty sure Mandy Chan, Brick Brony, AJ the Autistic Pony, Game Links Reviews, Razor Views, Nightmare Rider, The Second Opinion, and so on, have less subs than me. Straight to your face, I do not like Dr. Wolf. Many of my friends do. On the other hand, virtually no one I know likes KP. I do have one of her workers in my group. She's called Luximus. She's a very talented artist. She has nothing but nice things to say about KP. And again, I like Luximus. So whatever. Well, I'd like to thank you for the first section of How Not To Brony. You got a good voice, you have good audio, a lot of energy, and if you put in the work and time, I don't know if you'd be amazing, but I think that you could be a lot better than this. Like, if you keep doing work this bad, you're going to give me a lot of content. You sort of acted like a super fan in this video, with your response, much like before when your response was, "No, I like Josh." This time your response was, "No, I don't like this guy." Speaking of people taking their videos down, let's move to the Looney Turtle, a man known for his theory videos on Five Nights at Freddy's, Gravity Falls, and Steven Universe.
Hi, this is the
Looney Turtle.
And I just beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard that my left leg has gone completely numb. And my dick has gone completely numb to the point where it feels weird when I take a piss.
He made a video bitching about rants, where he not only took yours truly to task, but shit on the whole rant community. Not that that wasn't before he already set the table, where he heavily policed the comment section. FNG, are you ask? Are you just gloating that he took the video down? Short answer, yes. I am totally gloating right now, Eric Cartman style. Nah. I am totally not going to be an adult about this. If you want to hear about this topic, for context, go see How Not To Brony 58 and 57. It is covered in detail. But I do wish to reply to some of these tweets. Looney is suggesting the video which he called a rant, where Eric's assumption is my videos are me just shooting from my hip without any planning. 1. I've seen some very well planned out rants from Names Junkie's channel. 2. It did fix things, Looney. My goal is that people do not believe you. I feel quite vindicated and validated that they do not. So I'm going to cue everyone in on the continued discussion that's been floating around on Twitter. Looney believes I'm responsible for someone's death. Now let's forget the fact, if this were true and Looney had these facts, and he was withholding them right now from the proper authorities, it is likely, and remember that phrase kids, we are avoiding legal fact by attaching ambiguity. If Looney did have something like that, he would potentially be brought on obstruction of justice charges. It would be likely that he would. Thankfully in Looney's case, and do bear with me, I have to speculate because Looney refuses to be straightforward with me, his source is Fallen Wish. Dear Brittany, hi! Till now I've been beyond civil with you, and the extent of my critique has been on how you ran the Third Rift. I, unlike Lily Pete, know you, but anything I say now will come off as butthurt. So here's a recording from 2 years ago while we were dating. This is from Twyfag's channel, aka Corpulent Brony, aka Corpulent Brony's side account.
That I can't help you with.
Alright then.
Wait for what?
Well, I was talking randomly about Ciderfest and not agreeing with GoFundMe money being wasted and nobody picked up on any hints, so I'm not gonna keep talking about it.
Fallen Wish, it's pretty obvious that Fallen Wish is full of fucking shit, and that she's spending that money on luxuries and not on...
Well, okay, here's the thing. She's like, I want to
tell you the relative...
And listen to me, Courtney has evidence of this through videos. So
one of her things that she did, she's like, I want to help out like Fallen, or what was it, Stardust and all that. And I was like, look, do you know where your next paycheck or whenever the hell is going to come in? Are you working at all? And she's like, no. I was like, well, then you need to take care of yourself now. You got helped out once. You got a second one. You need to fucking knuckle down and sit on that.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
Or actually become a decent human being and get a job.
Implying that until you get that job, you're going to want to...
Yeah.
Yes. Be frugal.
Work
because
for
no one's going to help you out a third time.
Who does that? Frugal about what you sit on.
This is the person that the Looney Turtle is listening to who ran 2 GoFundMes where she fitted her money the fuck away at every chance she got. I never ran the GoFundMe. I've never run a GoFundMe. I did make a video plugging the thing. At the time of the Corpulent Brony video, one of my artists had threatened to discontinue drawing for me if I didn't say Fallen's ass. Now, if you're asking me, did I make the right decision? If you knew the artist, I would look you in your face and say, yes, I did. So, I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to put this out in the open, Looney. You said that your source, January, told you about this person's death, the allegations. Later this year, not only did Fallen Wish ask me to help her out, she asked me out. The time that she asked me to assist her was when Derpy, aka Simone, as well as Astral Ace, were trying to shake her down. Why I did decline the relationship offer, I did help Fallen with Astral Ace and Derpy. I believe that was how Not To Brony 46. Fallen Wish, even if she didn't believe that she fittered away the GoFundMe, recently had 2 artists that included Songheart, and I'm going to just put this name up on the screen, I can't pronounce it, who's dating Dark Edge, who, by the way, Looney, has said that he's tried to contact you several times and you've made 0 efforts to reply to any of his messages. This seems to be a reoccurring theme with you, Looney. I was dating Fallen. I may have pancaked Corpulent Brony, but that was after I got done trying to kiss his ass first. There's a whole podcast about that up where I and Fallen did that a day before he released his article on Fallen. I didn't ignore the man. I know foul play is a better person than Corpulent Brony, as well as his girlfriend, and you still backed Fallen knowing all that. I want you to know, Looney, not Horse News, not Mr. Medicare, not the CC, not the Brony fandom, you are the reason why I'm going to air this dirty laundry. Because you think it's unfair, that you think it's funny to satirize what a god-awful, shitty human being Fallen Wish is.
Then burn her like a witch, then kick her from the fandom. Yeah, that's what I said.
Eric, get fucked. You want to call after that? Because I doubt it'll matter. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. If you guys are still wanting more after all that, recently I was on a podcast with What the What. I will be playing a small clip of that here. I got drunk and belligerent. I'm not going to try and cover it up. I want you to listen, if you want to the professional level of that podcast and imagine how much patience that you would have had with 8 or more people in a call with 0 structure. I'm not suggesting that the What the What can't do a better show. I'm not saying his videos are bad. I'm saying his podcast, by design, is bad. And I'd be glad to have him back on my show, with a friend or 2 of his. I thought he was a good guest on my show. Hell, come back and get drunk on mine and get even with me. Link down below and see you next time.
Yeah, you don't know who opened that box and wrote their penis right along
Me!
the-
I wrote my penis on there.
You know what? I just turned on OBS. Is that okay?
This is really good. No, dude, I was a pint. It came with 9 pints.
What kind of beer are you drinking?
Say that again.
What is
Shut up,
speaking?
Retro.
I have a serious problem before we start.
What?
Like, Audacity is cutting out my voice because it's picking up all the background noise from the computer and then muting itself.
Well, then just get a sample of the background and just cut it off or whatever.
Hold on, is that a droid from Star Wars? The Clone Wars? Roger, I'm sorry.
Have we started this show?
No, we haven't. I've been recording for the past 2 minutes and 38.
Recording it works.
32, 33 seconds. Yeah, same.
Just keep recording whatever.
This is a disaster.
Of course
It's not. It's fine.
Podcasts you are disasters. Why is
What do you expect? This is the Billy Hentai Shoe Leather Surprise podcast.
Alright,
Why?
okay.
We need to rename this podcast.
Okay,
What was that?
one by one.
No,
one
no,
by
guys,
one.
I'm legitimately
Everybody-
concerned what that was.
Everybody,
Did everyone
shut
else
up
hear
right
that?
now. Dog, shut up. Every one of you,
What the what?
one at a time. Tell me if your audio recording software is working.
It's been working for the past 3 minutes.
Okay,
I've
one
been
by
recording
one.
for the past 3 minutes, 23 seconds.
Okay, shut up.
3 minutes, 17 seconds.
Rika Fag, how about you?
And it's 38 seconds.
Yes, my head's on.
Alright, Retro.
I'm trying to hook up headphones so it does work.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, I was lying. I'm actually, I mean, I am recording, but I don't know. I'm not looking at the numbers when I'm saying what minute I'm at.
Gabriel, how about you?
I'm dead inside.
3 minutes,
Stop
49
working?
seconds.
Okay, see, this is why.
Cord. the circle.
I'd rather talk to
Okay.
Izzy. How about you, Vita?
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, I need to
can't hear you.
What?
I know Flutter's is working. Flutter, yours is working, right?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Because I'm the only one fucking competent here.
Can you hear me?
Mine's working. What are you talking about?
Flutter, this is why I love you, man. I mean...
Can you hear me?
This is why we're in a fake gay relationship right
It's
now.
not gay, we're both girls.
That's still gay.
Yeah, but I'm also in it.
Okay, yeah, Retro's also in there.
Oh yeah, he's the third. He's the cuck.
I'm not the cuck. I was the second husband.
Actually, hey, guys, you want me to stream this to YouTube?
You're the cuck.
No.
Yes.
God.
Yes. Just stream it.
Yes.
That's why we're recording it beforehand.
I found some fruit grain
All right,
cereal
FNGR, is
bar.
your audio working?
I think it is.
Oh, my bad. It's fruit and grain cereal bar made with
Shut up,
real
FNGR.
fruit fillings.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute
Nature Valley.
Fuck it. Dang. FNGR, is your audio working?
Yes.
And your audio recording? Okay, good. Thank you. I'm gonna
Same.
keep muting Goshawk until we finish this. Vita, I know yours is working, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Right. Why Kick, yours is working. I know yours is working. The only
Yes.
thing you have to worry about is Retro and Gabe.
And Ricafag, because
I can't get my recorder open because I can't record with the same device I'm calling on.
What are you...
on.
Phone.
Oh.
I
have OBS running, so it's recording all of you.
you know what?
So my videos are low quality.
Alright.
OBS, that's gonna be really hard to edit with OBS. Fuck.
You know what? You know what? Fuck it. FNGR.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Mine is just stopped recording. One second.
You know what? I'm just gonna have you record the with OBS. And
Thank
give me
God.
the file where we're good.
Okay,
Then
cool.
All of us who have our audio recording software, keep it on. Yeah, whatever.
Hold on, can I go to the washroom really quick and start again? That's actually going to be bad.
Forget it. I'm gonna turn on my OBS because this was a good idea until I realized what we were dealing with.
Guys, I've been recording
Sync up
for
our
like
audio
7
with the audio that you picked up.
Keep the audio. Just keep the audio, whatever.
My audio was off the entire time, so now I'm recording.
See? Yeah, you know what? Forget it. Stop recording right now.
No, what? Listen to me. All you have to do is you record as well as we record, so then we don't have to clap sync or anything. You just match our recordings to what you recorded and then mute your recording. You know what I mean?
Complicated.
It's not too complicated. It's literally just putting a bunch of waveforms next to each other.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
I fixed my audio. It's working now.
Yeah,
So,
Vision Man left. Post the whole episode to my secondary channel, Why Kick in the Morning.
Okay.
Is there a Why Kick at night? No.
We'll get to that. More like, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to the washroom. I'll be back in like about a minute.
Alright, good. I'll put
Let's figure these issues out.
problem is that we have like 20 people here.
Speak.
Huh?
So, this is how we're gonna do it. This is how we're gonna do it, unfortunately. Whatever. I'm just gonna have to turn on OBS. Forget about recording software.
I'm already recording my software.
Why did Vita leave? Vita?
Oh, he left?
He just got tired.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well.
Wow, I do not like this video guy.
I tried. Oh, jeez.